Hour of Code coming up this month. What better topic to discuss in education than the topic of coding in the elementary classroom? So, what exactly is coding? Coding is a process in which students use a specific language in order to tell a device what to do. The device may be a computer, iPad, tablet, or a handheld device. Within this unique device, students use code to tell each object what to do. Last week I asked my students a question: how many of you have ever played a video game? Every single hand in the classroom went up. I went on to explain that every time a character or object moves in that video game, there was a code that was written behind it. Students were easily able to relate and understand even at the kindergarten level. So the real question in the hot topic in education is, should students code in early elementary? What are the pros and what are the cons? Let's start with the pros. Number one, it improves problem solving and critical thinking. Number two, it enhances sequential thinking. 3, a deeper understanding of product development. And last but not least, it prepares students for their future profession. As with any pro, there are also cons. Some of the cons of viewing coding in early elementary are: some believe that it's not quite age appropriate yet. In other words, it could be a waste of time. Many believe young learners don't necessarily need to focus on careers, but focus on simple things such as phonics, phonemic awareness, and other important skills and concepts such as fine motor skills in early elementary. Another con would be coding isn't necessarily the key to success, but rather free and unstructured play. And in addition, many believe that it also takes away from educational time in the classroom. So what do the experts actually say? The first expert is a pro in coding, and he is Jeff Gray, who is a doctor out of the University of Alabama. And according to Gray, the pros far outweigh the cons, as he states, for the first-time learners, there is a deep research that shows using blocks as visual language offers many benefits over traditional textual programming language. Gray looks to coding for 2 main purposes: preventing errors and reducing cognitive load, but also favoring recognition over recall. Another expert, Johnny Castro, who's a child development expert at Brookhaven College, says coding might not necessarily be something age appropriate, especially for early elementary students. Castro states, "Let children play and enjoy childhood. We do not need to push the career of interest in computer programming until that child is actually even closer to 15 or 16 years old." According to Castro, not only is it not age appropriate for early elementary, but this also may be the case for intermediate and even students who are approaching middle school. As we look a little deeper into coding, we want to actually understand what are some of the outcomes that students should be able to obtain as a result of coding. From personal experience, these are some of the things that I've seen even as early as 2nd grade. Problem solving, critical thinking when students are forced to think beyond simple recall and trivial. Trial and error as students take part in coding that are often chose different blocks and styles where they need to persevere. If-then logic, linear thinking, also known as sequential order. One of the most important skills, creativity and tapping into our students' inner creative minds. And of course, attention to detail. Some of the key sources as we look into the world of coding begin with web-based platforms. Many platforms such as code.org has taken the lead, especially for the upcoming Hour of Code, and other platforms such as CodeMonkey, Tinker, and Khan Academy. One of the amazing things about the growth of coding is once started on a web platform is now available in many app forms. core Apple product known as Swift Playgrounds has taken the lead for the apps in the world of coding, but others such as Codable, Hopscotch, Scratch Jr., Tinker Jr., Code Academy, and Bbots are not too far behind. In my opinion, coding not only prepares our students for the future, but promotes skills such as collaboration, problem solving, and gives them the chance to not just consume knowledge, but to create content. With the iPhone being 12 years old, our students do not know a world without technology. Providing opportunities to learn and grow is not only an absolute must in the classroom, but it's an expectation, as many of our students' jobs have yet to be created, and almost every one of them will deal with technology. Now that you've had some chances to hear about the pros and cons of coding and also get an insight from experts, what are your personal thoughts on using coding in the elementary classroom?